If you are a beginner or an intermediate maybe and like to play Jobava London, then this video is for you. White is going to play Jobava London against black and black will play Indian defense, right? So game starts with the d4 and then knight f6 Indian defense, right? Knight out, d5, bishop, right? Then g6, e3, then bishop. Now this setup, you can see white is Jobava London and black is Indian defense. We will discuss many trapping ideas also. I mean 10 to 12 trapping ideas, right? So at this point, it's white to play. Whenever you see this bishop, this is called the fianchetting bishop, you should play h4, right? Because black is going to castle short side, right? h4, then white play h5. In this video, we will discuss h4, h5 lines, right? Now, white develop his knight, castle, knight go to e5, then knight c6 to exchange this knight, right? The most powerful knight, white's most powerful knight. Now, white will develop his bishop, this bishop, powerful bishop. So let's exchange the knight, takes d7, right? Knight goes to d7. And this d7 move, knight d7, block the bishop controlling the g4 square. Now black take the advantage and play g4 pawn and attacking on this. And this pawn is weak. I mean, white has only one defender and black has two attackers. So black can take. Let's take. He take with the knight, and then white will take the pawn on h5. And at this point, black has some choice. Black need to make a choice. I mean, mainly two choice, I guess. Either to take or move forward, right? Let's suppose what if he move forward? If you move forward, that's a blunder. I mean, you can see the advantage is +5 almost. Because now, simply, white can grab this free pawn and he grabbed it. Now white is threatening to attack on this bishop by moving. So this bishop's route should be clear. So he played knight to c4 and then h6 attacking on the bishop. Bishop takes it and now pawn take. Now you can see it's black's turn and black wants to develop his bishop, the second bishop, light color bishop. Now h7, that's a check. Here black has some options like either to move the king or to take with the bishop. Let's suppose he take with the bishop, that's a blunder. +13, you can see the engine, it's +13, right? White's +13. Look at it. The white's next moves are just take this, okay? And if black is greedy and he take that bishop with the pawn, d takes c4, that's a blunder. I mean, it's just mate in 10. Because now queen can jump to h5 and it's mate in 9, right? No one can stop. I mean, the stopping mate is very, very difficult here. This big pieces can't come, right? It's actually mate in 1 if this, right? But the only way to continue this mate, I mean, black need to sacrifice his queen, right? So that's the problem with the bishop take h7, right? But what if king move to, I mean king can also move like somewhere like g7, right? And that's also a mistake. And the mistake is very simple because queen can give a check if he move the pawn, takes. Now you can see it's also +8 right now, right? Now this bishop can join and give a check, right? Now this black king can take this pawn, right? And if he think to take that, that's again blunder because now this bishop can take the rook. And now it's a discovered check. He need to move. And if he move, then this bishop can grab this knight. I mean, here black has a choice to take this bishop or take this bishop. Let's suppose he choose to take the bishop near the king. Then that's a blunder because now it's mate in 5. With a check, he will move, takes it, now it's mate in 3. The only way is queen here. Now check, he only move and then it's a mate, right? So mate in 24, that's the trapping idea in here, right? So that's the problem with the king to g7. What if king goes to, h8? That's a good idea, right? Now this rook can come to g1, and now this pawn is free. And if black takes it, then that's a blunder, huge blunder. +9 +10 advantage. You can see the advantage, right? So black can easily convert this win easily, right? So we have discussed many trapping ideas in g takes h5 pawn, and if g pushed, right? g5 push. But what if black decide to take it? Then that's also a mistake, uh, because now this bishop can take it, and this bishop need to take, and then the queen is an open file, so rook give a check, bishop need to go back. Now this rook go to attack it, right? Double attack. Now if pawn push to attack, but rook can come to g3, and you will ask why the rook need to go here then come back, right? Because now look at the black bishop. This bishop is just like pawn. He has no square to move. This square is just kept, right? This pawn blocked the bishop power, right? So at this point, now it's black to move. Let's suppose he play e8 in order to move to c6, right? That's a blunder actually, and he will move, and in this way, this bishop can go to g6 square. That's a wonderful juicy square. And suppose if we play f5 move in order to open this file and attack on the bishop, now our queen can join, and this is a mate in 2 threat. White is threatening mate in 2. The only way is to move this rook ahead. Move it from here, or to exchange this bishop with the queen, right? Let's suppose if you exchange this bishop with the queen, white must take it with the rook. That you can see the engine, it's +22 advantage. Black is a rook, black is a queen down, right? And white is queen up, so he can easily convert this, right? So what if rook can move to d8, right? You can see it's a mate in 13. How? Because now bishop can give a check, he will move, and then rook can sacrifice, and then take, and then a long castle, and then the second rook is joining into the action. Let's suppose he play move like e5, right? Then it's a mate in 10. You can see the engine, because now rook g1 check, he needs to move. Let's suppose he move f8, right? And if you move f8, then queen can give a check from h8, right? Then he move, and if he wants to capture this bishop, then that's a blunder, and it's now mate into rook give a check, he will come here, and that's a mate, right? So white can easily convert this into a victory, right? Even if he didn't find the checkmate pattern, because at this point it was just mate in 13, right? Mate in 13, you can see the engine, right? So rook to d8 is a mate in 13. What if rook can come over here? Rook to f7, that's a mate in 9. How? Because now bishop takes the rook, and that's a check. You need to move, and then rook sacrifice. You can see that's the same pattern, mate in 7, right? Now what if rook come to here? This is also a better square. You can see the engine, it's +58 advantage. But why it's a huge advantage? Because now it's a check, he will move, and now you can see the engine is mate in 16, right? Now this bishop come over here, and if white is becoming very clever and try to attack on the queen, that's a mistake, a blunder. It's a mate in 1, right? So the rook to f6 is also not a good idea, right? There is no good idea, almost is +18. So let's suppose he moved to e8. Okay, that's also an option, e8. That's a +25 advantage, because now bishop can take, and bishop is now attacking on the queen, right? So queen has to move. it's not just the queen attack. He's threatening to checkmate in two move. I mean, let's suppose if black plays some move like d4, then it's a mate in two. You can see it's a mate in two, right? And if suppose black play some move like white is attacking the queen, so he play this move like queen c5, that's also a mate in two, because now same pattern, same idea, right? So it's very important for black to defend this square. This is very important square, and there are only two defense with the bishop or the queen. And if he go choose for the bishop, that's a mate in 8. I mean, white can easily grab the queen, and white is a queen up, so he can easily convert this, right, into a win. What if queen move here? If queen move here, that's a plus 21 advantage. I mean, it's also a checkmate, but 21 advantage, right? And at this point, white will need to sacrifice the rook. If he sacrifice the rook, you can see it's mate in 9. So black king need to take it. And if he take, just long castle and bring the second rook into the game. And suppose if you go for some moves like f8, then it's very important for white to play this knight move, right? It's very important. Or knight move, or he can also play g1, rook g1, right? That's also a good move. There is no better way here, right? Suppose he move his queen to f6, then a knight come over here, and this knight is attacking this, right? This knight is attacking the queen and defending this square. But queen can't move. Let's suppose queen move to e5, that's a mate in 1, right? So he can't move, and this way black will lose the queen, right? So king to f8, that also not save the black. I mean, nothing can save the black, right? At this point, nothing can save the black. Let's suppose he move somewhere like d7, bishop d7. And if bishop d7, then it's a mate. I mean, mate in 3. Because now rook give a check, the only move, right? Then queen h8, check, the only move, and now it's a mate, right? So this way, white is winning in every possible way, right? So that's how white with the Jobava system, I mean white with the Jobava London, can defeat black's Indian defense, right? Very easily. So this video is about h4 h5 line. In other video, in the next video, we will discuss some other trapping ideas. Thank you.